about the halfway point of spring football. I'm Katie Falco here with Huskers Illustrated Chris Schmidt. And you know, Coach Pelini today said that he is where they expected to be at this point in the spring.
Yeah, I mean, they're, like you said, they're at the midway point, some growing pains still, and Saturday was a scrimmage that, you know, saw some good things for Nebraska, also saw some things they need to work on when it comes to putting the ball on the ground and being a little more crisp offensively. Injuries kind of a point of emphasis with that scrimmage on Saturday. And Krinsky Gillian, the guy who just moved to tailback from wideout, was dinged up a little bit, did not practice today, but one of a few Huskers that was dinged a bit. And you know what, for him to make more progress at the tailback spot, he needs to get back on the field. We'll see if that happens later in the week.
And looking at injuries, kind of at the beginning of spring, we had Rex Burkhead out for injuries, and he returned to the field to play today. What's the update on him?
Yeah, absolutely. That's big. We look at Rex Burkhead. I mean, the pride and joy of that backfield for Nebraska, has done so many great things in his 2 years at Nebraska. Looked great, according to Coach Pelini today. Looks pretty much 100% back. So they'll be cautious with him not to re-injure himself, but in the same stance, you look at what Rex can do. He needs to be out there. And for Taylor and the rest of the offense to progress in this new system, Rex needs to be carrying the ball.
And with injuries on the defensive side of things, you know, with Cameron Meredith out, it gives, you know, players like Josh Williams to kind of step up to the line and kind of take on that role.
Well, Nebraska needing to find someone at the other defensive end opposite Cameron Meredith, and with Meredith out, two guys getting a look, Josh Williams, of course, and Jason Ankeret, the standout from Maryland. And talking with Kyler Reed today, you know, both the defensive ends are playing much better this spring. A year ago, they were a little tentative off the line of scrimmage. Now they're attacking, they're getting into the edge of the offense, and they're being a little bit more forceful with their strength and, doing a better job of blowing up plays.
And one of the big players that Nebraska is losing or lost is Alex Henry, and, who's going to step up to the line? What was Coach Pelini saying about Maher stepping up this year and the competition he's going to face come fall?
Well, Brett Maher is a kid that's dreamed about kicking for Nebraska. It has some guys that have spent time in the pros that have tutored him a bit. You look at Larson and, of course, Chris Brown, both guys that spent a number of years in the NFL. He's had some association with him, but overall, Maher's been pretty solid so far with the punting game. A little different technique than Henry, but from the field goal standpoint, Maher has a huge load, and he accepts that. He accepts that challenge to be the next great kicker at Nebraska. So far, so good.
All right. Well, thank you, Chris, for being with us. And for Time Warner Cable's Nebraska On Demand, I'm Katie Falco.